Geology can be beautiful, but did you know it can also help co-op members save money on heating costs? I'm Maurice Martin, and today CRN goes on the road outside Montrose, Colorado to learn about a unique ground source heat pump program created by a co-op that's helping its members save energy, money, and still stay warm. We're here with Phil Zimmer, who's the Energy Services Supervisor for Delta Montrose. Phil, tell us about the Cozy Loop Tariff program. How did it start and what does it offer to co-op members?
The Loop Tariff program started as a way to help homeowners avoid the upfront costs of putting in a loop. So, you could typically average is spending maybe $7,000 on a ground loop, and that's an additional cost above the rest of the heating system. So, the Cozy Loop Tariff is a way whereby DMEA actually upfronts that money and installs the loop, and the homeowner just leases that loop for as long as they want.
If the homeowner sells his or her property, who assumes the debt for the loop?
If the homeowner moves away, whether it be selling or rents it to somebody, then whoever's in that house, whoever has the electric account, can choose whether or not they want to use that loop or not. So it's very, very mobile from customer to customer, homeowner to homeowner, or homeowner to renter. Anybody who's living in there can decide whether they want to use that loop or not.
What makes the Cozy Loop Tariff program affordable for co-op members?
They don't have to come up with several $1,000s to put in the ground. The ductwork and the furnace itself are part of a conventional system, so they would have had to buy that anyway. But the added cost of the ground loop can be avoided with our Loop Tariff program, and that makes the system cost pretty much what a conventional system would cost. And obviously it's a lot cheaper to operate.
And how many members do you have participating in the program?
We currently have about 200 members that have used our Loop Tariff program that we started about 3 years ago. Obviously we had 400 or 500 systems installed prior to that, but probably 95% of our customers now who install Geo use the Loop Tariff program.
We traveled to the home of a Delta Montrose member to hear firsthand how the co-op's ground source heat pump program benefits members. Bill, how do you like the effect of the program on your utility bill?
Oh, well, since they installed the system last fall, we've realized about a 50% savings in our propane, and we're real pleased with that.
Excellent. And Betty, how do you like the quality of the heating and cooling that comes out of the system?
It's excellent. I don't see any difference from when we were using propane. It's very quiet and seems very efficient.
The actual loops that carry the heating and cooling elements underground are in the field off to our left, but I don't really see anything. It looks just like a grassy field. Bill, have you had any problems either with the installation or with the functioning of the system?
No, there's been no difficulty at all. They worked about 3 weeks. They buried about 800 feet of loop out here, about 5 feet deep. They had it done in 3 weeks, and they were even very sensitive to avoid our landscaping. So I think that we were real happy with the installation.
And how has it been working with Delta Montrose?
One of the things I would like to do is to express my appreciation to the DMEA for the way they keep their members informed. We get a newsletter every month, and that's how we learned about this program. And then when we decided to do this, they provided assistance in filling out the forms, and they were just helpful all the ways. So they're very, very good about keeping their membership up to date with what's happening. And I think this is probably the future.
Do you need to find contractors to do the installation?
Obviously, most people do. A unique thing about DMEA is we are actually a geothermal installer, so we are a contractor, if you will. But we also have other area contractors that install geothermal systems. And the process for that is they go through us to do the Loop Tariff. We approve their design and installation, so our customers know they're getting a DMEA quality job no matter who they purchase it from if they use that Loop Tariff.
Is there a credit check for homeowners?
There is no credit check. If at the time that you decide to purchase a Geo system and sign up for the Cozy Loop Tariff, if you have paid your power bill, that's good enough. We don't do a credit check. We don't add anything to your mortgage. There's no lien on your property. You sign an easement, so we have, just like utilities. We tried to model this after a streetlight tariff, if you will. So it's very mobile and within the utility. It's programs or procedures we already have in place. So we treat it just like a streetlight.
If other co-ops are interested in developing a similar program, what advice would you have for them?
My biggest advice would be to foster relationships with contractors and make sure they're committed to geothermal, because you're going to have to advertise and you're going to have a lot invested in this program. And we just want to make sure that the contractors are dedicated and that they're trained properly so they're doing good installations. Nothing will kill a program faster than bad experiences by the homeowner. So we want to make sure we find highly skilled contractors and that are just as committed to this type of installation as the co-op is. The benefit to the co-op is increased net margins. Actually, now it sounds silly that customers save money as well as the utility. So we pay less demand to our supplier, our G&T, and consequently it saves us money. We have higher net margins. So if everybody was on geothermal, every house, we would actually be able to lower rates, not raise them. So we're selling less power, but we're avoiding demand. There's more net margins for the utility.
Co-ops have been longtime advocates of ground source heat pumps. Installation prices vary, but the members of Delta Montrose don't have to worry about whether they can afford the program. The co-op has developed an innovative approach to ground source heat pumps that helps their members stay warm in winter, cool in summer, and save money. To learn about other innovative co-op programs, visit the CRN Center for Energy Innovation on cooperative.com.